Hello, welcome to the instructions for Module 15. Module 15 covers Chapter 14 of your textbook. This is the last content chapter of the course. The topic for Chapter 14 is groups. Please make sure to read through the chapter and to review the PowerPoints associated with Chapter 14. You will also be completing your usual discussion board and your peer responses, and you will also be taking your Chapter 14 quiz. As we're thinking about groups, this is a very interesting area of social psychology because we're looking directly at what it is that individuals are doing when they're in social groups. We have ideas about social interaction in groups. Some of it is supported by research, others ideas are not supported. So generally what we find is that when people are in groups, if the group has lower productivity, individual productivity also decreases. Maybe you've had this experience when you've been assigned to be part of a group project. Maybe you think you're poorly influenced by groups. If the entire group is not doing its work, it often causes individual group members to feel resentment. These are social psychological implications. We also tend to see, because of our need to belong and our desire to self-present in a positive light, that we might not necessarily go against what a group is doing. This was demonstrated previously in ideas of the bystander effect, or a new concept that comes up in this chapter, which is social loafing. Something that really interests me when I'm thinking about group influence is what happens in terms of cognitive processes in groups. Did you know that when you're in a group and you're brainstorming, you're actually coming up with less ideas than if you were looking at your own ideas? Or that brainstorming actually decreases creativity. So it's interesting to see how our emotions and our behaviors and our cognitions are either facilitated or stagnated because of the presence of groups. The last thing I want to mention is the concept of groupthink. Groupthink is the idea that if there's a group of people making an important decision, they might overlook critical pieces of information just to maintain group cohesion. Groupthink is exaggerated when a group has a dynamic leader. Historically, we've seen politicians follow the influence of a specific leader or engage in group decisions and later come back and question why they did that. So, like other areas of social influence, in group behavior and group thinking, we can oftentimes find ourselves engaging in behaviors that we might not necessarily do if we were in an individual situation. Okay, I will see you back in the instructions for the final module, Module 16.